Hello friends, welcome back to Natural. So today's video is all about accessories and how when we start to pick the accessories that speak to our soul, that really speak to our own personal style, we begin to have the key essentials in our toolbox to master the art of getting dressed. So without further ado, let's get to today's video. I am really hoping that the strategies and tactics that I share on this video are useful to you. Today, I want to focus on what it takes to really establish and cultivate accessories that are uniquely our go-tos. Now, this requires that you identify for yourself the pieces that tickle your fancy and start to cultivate a closet with them. Now, that is not an easy overnight process. This here, my friends, that I am showing is just one tray of accessories that I literally have been working on for a very long time. The oldest piece here goes back to 18 years ago. And that is the reason I want to talk about accessories. Because what you see as a finished product or what you see as really special pieces have a little story to them. And maybe there was a lot of hunting and a lot of time and energy invested in finding those pieces. The intention of today's video is just to share my process to cultivating an accessories bin that I can go to when I am ready. If you've noticed, some of these have not even been opened. And there's a reason why I incorporated them in this tray. Because I think by sharing the details of acquisition and the process, and also how long it took and how long I've had them, you'll begin to have an idea of what the work will entail for you. So without further ado, friends, let's get to today's video on how accessories can elevate and help you master the art of getting dressed. So friends, let's get right to it. This is a tray that I literally curated just for this video. There are some pieces that are always here, but there are other pieces that I incorporated because I think the strategy that I personally utilize will be useful. So let's start by dissecting what's in here. For all the things that still have their natural packaging as these Zara items, I purchased all of these items during sale. All of the items that I love and that are must-haves, I immediately purchase. The items that I love, but I know will probably make it during sale, I keep an eye on and I place them on wish lists. Now, I've kept these in their original packaging because I have not utilized them. Some of these pieces are 2 years old, others 4 years old. I love to acquire the item when it's on sale and when it speaks to me. So this item here is a brooch. I know that I'll get a lot of mileage. I can wear this on the lapel of a beautiful blazer, and it is a timeless brooch. And if you look at the detail, it's quite beautiful. This normally went for $19.90. I bought this at the end of summer sale. Friends, I think you should have a seat. For $5.90. My strategy is this. I obsess about it and I check often, frequently, and I have a time frame as to how often I do this. Yes, I set reminders. When you're serious about obtaining the item, a girl does whatever she needs to do to ensure the chances and the probability are high. Let's go through the other items. This is an ear cuff. The way that this works is the ear cuff would go on the left ear and this little earring would go on the right ear. And this originally retailed for $19.90. Another goodie that I got for $5.90, friends. These are little bracelets. It was part of a Zara collection. They retailed for $29.90. I'm not sure if I paid $5.90 for these, but I'm sure it's at least $9.90 because that's when I start to pull the trigger with the purchases. Last year, Zara started to incorporate some 24 karat gold plated sterling silver as a limited edition. And I was in complete awe because this is a beautiful necklace that you would wear and get a lot of mileage, quite timeless. And if you look at the retail price, it was $49.90, and during sale, friends, I was able to get this for $19.90. So again, less than the 50% price. And I'm not sure how many people were aware that they do offer some 24 karat gold plated sterling silver pieces. And this, my friends, this one is an oldie but goodie. So when I go on vacation, when I travel, I love a lot of the boho chic pieces for vacation. They just speak to me, and I love turquoise. And so these accessories retailed for $25.90. As you can see at the store, it went on sale for $17.99. But I'm here to tell you, my friends, that when I rang this up at the register, it was $5.90. I frequent the stores a lot. I also frequent my wish list. When you really look at the amount of money that I paid for these pieces, these are pieces that I consider key pieces, staple pieces that are timeless and will stand the test of time. They made the cut, and I've kept them, even though I haven't utilized them yet. Now, I'm going to move on to some other pieces that I want to show are quaint and have a little bit of history and why I actually added them. Now, this lion's head I purchased at the Brooklyn Flea. When I saw this piece, I fell in love, and I wasn't sure how much it was going for, but I knew I needed to have it, and so I immediately grabbed it and tried it on. And if you look, it has like some ivory. It's beautiful. It's a signature piece when you have an outfit that is not really competing with the lion head. I would wear it to make the lion head the center focal piece. It is a vintage piece. I've had this piece for over 13 years. Now this shell is another Zara goodie. I have not worn it, but I removed the packaging because it was a bit boxy, but it's a long necklace, perfect for vacation. Moving on here, this is a piece that spoke to me. It is an evil eye, and it goes on a bag. I loved the orange fur. I also loved the royal blue of the evil eye with the gold. It spoke to me, and so I purchased it. Now this little bracelet is more of a rocker chic, but what I loved about it is the bright orange with the gold. You can dress her up, dress her down, and this is a Rebecca Minkoff bracelet. I've had that for a long time, and it's an oldie but goodie, and again, it's timeless. It doesn't even show you what the brand is unless you look here, and I love that because it's not logoed out, but I love the style. Here's another bag trinket, and I love the leopard print fur. I loved the beige leather. I just loved it. And so when I see something that I love, I start to think, is this something I'm going to get mileage from? Now this here is a Zara goodie that I literally paid $3.90. And the reason I purchased this is because this holds eyeglasses, and I love the chunky bright yellow. Depending on what you wear, it can look like a neon. I love it. And especially when you want to make sure that if you dropped your sunglasses, they were safe and sound around your neck. Love that. This piece here you saw me wear in the Zara part 2 video. These are J. Crew necklaces, and it's a set, and it's one that I continuously go to, which is why I featured her in this particular video. She has really stood the test of time. I've had this particular piece for over 15 years. Still works for me, still gets mileage. Now this ring here, I also picked up at a thrift flea market many years ago, and to be completely transparent and honest, you'll see that she's in great condition. I scored this for $5. You can really get quality pieces if you go and spend the time with the hunt. Now these lovely pair of earrings are from J. Crew collection. I love them. They're quite festive. I also love that they dress up any particular look. If you're going to a wedding or you're going to a barbecue and you want to have your hair pulled back but you want to have a statement earring, these will do it, my friends. And these are J. Crew. And if you see here, this is crossed off here because I was able to purchase these at the J. Crew sample sale in New York City. Now those are the best ones because you can score items that did not make the cut for the catalog and in-store production. There's a lot of samples in those sales, and boy oh boy, have I gotten lucky over the years. I love this particular set, which is Sylvia Tolentino. I love her pieces. I am a huge fan of her jewelry, and I love the way she plays with the evil eye. And when I go on vacation or when it's summer, I love adding these pieces. Now this is a piece that I found at a thrift store, and funny enough, it didn't come with a necklace, but I loved the head and I loved the particulars of the piece, so I purchased it, and I just think it's exquisite. And if you look at it, it's not tarnished. It's still in the same condition as when I bought it. Are you ready for this? 20 years ago, friends. This is why I love just thrifting and hitting up quaint spots and little shops, because that's where the magic happens. That's where you find the unique pieces that you start to incorporate in your accessories bin as go-tos or whenever you're ready for them. Now next up are these little necklaces. If I'm just wearing something simple or I don't want to wear much jewelry that could be too fussy or too much of a statement, I'll go to any of these. I love the key. I love the angel wings. To be honest, I love them all. Sometimes I stack them, but I wanted to show some go-to pieces that I use in silver. I love these bracelets, and I'm also wearing two right now from Eddie Bourgeot. I want to show those. So the cone is an Eddie Bourgeot signature, and this rose gold that I have with the lime green is also part of Eddie Bourgeot. And this one here, my friends, is part of the cone collection, and it's tricolor, also Eddie Bourgeot. So friends, the key thing here is to know that I've had all of these bracelets for over 15 years and they still serve me. These are noir bracelets, and this is an amazing Eddie Bourgeot bracelet in the rose gold with the blush. Now I love the color blush, and I love this ivory nude. So the gems are noir, and noir's version of Eddie Bourgeot's cone, which are these pyramids, and they have the pave. And these are amazing bracelets. They've really stood the test of time. I had to give them a shout out. Although these bracelets are a bit pricey, each one runs over $200. What I have to say about that is this. The investment of $200, or I got some on sale actually, was well worth it, because these do not tarnish. They've stood the test of time. Here it is 15 years later, my friends, and I still wear them. I've also had this cone bracelet. I wear it all the time. You see it in the videos, and the rose gold with the green. Now this watch, my friend, is a perfect example of how to take a look or something that is a statement, like the Michael Kors watch, which was a big hit a few years ago, or actually a decade ago, but still relevant. And I saw this one and it was a little bit different, and I decided to get it. It's an oversized men's watch. I loved it, and it still stands the test of time. I usually wear my Michelle watch, but if I want to wear round face, I'll play with this one. I love the detail. And if I wanted something white with gold, I would play with that one. Now this is a piece that I have not worn. It still has the tags. It is from Banana Republic, $58, but I wanted to show how beautiful this is. Now this is a brooch that you can clip on 2 different areas on the lapel of your jacket. You can wear her this way, you can play around and wear her up, which is probably the way I would play. The beauty of this piece is that it moves, and so it's not stiff, and I love that. And so when I saw this, I immediately purchased it, and although I have not worn her yet, I will wear her this fall. I've purchased many blazers that are oversized, and that will go extremely well with it. Now this is a fun ring that I decided to include because it is just playful, but I love it. It's something that's unexpected. I love the ivory, and I love that it has both the rocker chic spikes, but also the different metal of gold and silver. Now friends, this little Angry Bird, love, it is a great piece to just wear, and it moves with you. And I have a little story for this piece because I have 2 of these. So I have this particular one that I purchased at a vintage shop, and then I found the same exact bird, just a little bit different in the metallic, at a Goodwill. It was the biggest surprise ever. Now the one at the Goodwill cost about $9, and the one at the vintage shop was about $65. I consider both great investment pieces. I love them, and one I can always gift to a dear friend, especially a friend that I know will love the piece. This, my friends, is a noir 2-finger Brooklyn Bridge ring. Your girl's from Brooklyn, what can I say? I love this piece. I love the fact that it's still maintained its integrity. I've had this piece for over 15 years, and it still serves the test of time. And when I start wearing my more relaxed look streetwear, this ring is a go-to. It's a Rachel Roy piece from the Macy's collection. It spoke to me. I loved the tribalistic feel of this cuff, and literally, friends, this is 13 years old, and as you can see, it still stood the test of time. It has not tarnished. Love this piece. There is this piece, also noir. Love this piece. I've had this piece for 15 years also. So I really wanted to show pieces that I've had for a very long time, but are still relevant, because it's not about what's out there and what's trendy. It's about what makes me feel my very best. So friends, I hope you found some of the strategies that I personally utilize to obtain these pieces useful. I am sharing exactly where I purchased them, how I purchased them, how long ago, and showing that it's really about starting to curate and collect the pieces, and little by little over time you start to have something that looks like an extensive toolbox of options. So friends, the art of getting dressed is exactly that. It is an intentional practice and commitment to figuring out what works for you. The tips and strategies I shared on this video and all the videos that I am sharing provide you some roadmap. And if you see something that can really work for you, I hope you take it and run with it. Because it's all about making it your own, putting your own twist to things, and figuring out and discovering new things that we didn't even know existed. Be open, play with it all, but ultimately feel your best. Make sure the fit of the garments make you feel like the belle of the ball. So friends, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know the next time I release a video. Please share the video, like the video, give me your feedback, and until next time, my friends, toodles.